All business owners, I'm talking about founders, I'm not talking about people that inherited the money, but founders of businesses, something that we all go through. It's part of the process. And I want to talk a lot about the process right now because we have a need in our society. Right now we have a major need. We've had a major need for years and years and years, and generations have gone by not taking advantage of the entrepreneurial openings, the entrepreneurial opportunities, the business opportunities out here for African Americans and women of all color. We're going to talk about that. We're letting the cat out of the bag. I want you to know something, people. There is information that you do not know. Trust me, you don't know it, because if you knew it, you'd do it. If you knew better, you do better. And we have to do better as a community. But that information, listen to me closely, that information is so important. The information I'm talking about is how to build a big business. Why? Why is that important? Because of unemployment. Because of unemployment. The reason we have so much crime in urban areas is because those same areas, those exact same areas, I don't care what areas you want to talk about, Detroit, Chicago, Memphis, Baltimore, Maryland, Cleveland, Ohio, these places have the highest unemployment rates, which translates into them also having the highest crime rates. High crime rates follow high unemployment, period. That's the statistical fact. We're going to talk about this today. I can't wait to get into it. Call a family member, call somebody from your church, call a neighbor, tell them to listen in, tell them to download the app, to listen to it at 9 o'clock, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Listen to this show. Learn how to get empowered, learn how to build a business, learn how to create jobs. We're going to talk about all of that today. So call somebody up, tell them to listen in, because it's time for us to move forward with this untalked about, this piece of information that for somehow, some way has been missed. Kind of slipped through the cracks. I don't know how. We're educated. We go through all of these other things except entrepreneurship. And I'm like, wait a minute. This is the answer. This is the answer. Call up somebody. Tell them, listen in. Listen in. This is the answer. I was listening to, actually I was reading about D.L. Hughley, and he was making a comment regarding the FBI. He said, you know, it's funny how the FBI can find Tom Brady's jersey. Tom Brady is the Super Bowl winning quarterback of the New England Patriots. And they said, it's funny how they can find a Vans jersey, find a jersey, but can't find those missing girls in D.C. African-American, Hispanic girls missing in D.C. Well, as soon as I read it, I said, wait a minute, that's not a surprise. It's based on who's looking for it. Who's looking for the jersey? Who's looking for it? Because if Robert Kraft says he wants his jersey, Robert Kraft is going to get his jersey. Robert Kraft says, I want my jersey. I want my, because that's not Tom Brady's jersey. It's actually Robert Kraft's jersey, the New England Patriots owner. He's the billionaire, multi-billionaire owner of New England Patriots. If he says, I want my jersey, he gets his jersey. What am I talking about? Well, see, when you have money, you can get people to move. The FBI follows lawmakers. They do what the lawmakers tell them to do. So if the lawmakers say, hey, if the senators say, we need this investigated, we need that investigated, if Congress says we need this investigated, we need that investigated, then it's done, because that's what Congress said. That's what their job is. They have to follow. They're not on their own. They're under someone else's jurisdiction. The FBI I'm talking about. So if the lawmakers say this is what I want, that's what they want. That's what they get. The FBI is moving. Well, who controls the lawmakers? Who puts lawmakers in office? Special interest groups, billionaires. Money puts politicians in office. Please listen to me. Yes. That's just, if I have a special interest group comprised of billionaires, then my special interests have to be represented. And if I say, hey, this is what I want, then a phone call is made. Phone call is made to the person who I put in office. You have a personal connection with politicians, personal connection, because you put millions and millions of dollars into their presidential campaign or their senatorial campaign or their gubernatorial campaign, whatever it is, you put the money in there, you get that respect. And you say, why? It's not just listen to it. Listen to this. This is the system. If you don't have money, you can't get elected. So of course they're going to represent their constituents. Of course they're going to represent the people that actually fund their campaigns, because without them, they couldn't get elected, because it's money that gets people elected. Oh, come on, somebody. You want to know the truth? The truth will make you free. It's money that moves people. It's money that gets people elected. If you need campaign financing. I heard Al Sharpton say something. He said, some people are not going to like this, but he said that you have some good politicians out there that turn into bad politicians. And the reason good politicians turn into bad politicians is because they don't have any money. So if they don't have any money, they can't be in office to represent anybody. Because if you're not in office, you can't help anybody. So how do you get in office? Well, you need money. You need money. Where does money come from? Well, it has to come from somebody. And if it comes from certain people, then you have to represent their interests, or you can't represent anybody's because you won't be elected. So why is that important? It's important because we have to get our hands on some money, just like Robert Kraft. Robert Kraft is a billionaire. He's the owner of the New England Patriots. He's a multi-billionaire. If he says, I want my jersey, he gets his jersey. If he says, I want these girls found, they're found. Yeah. Why is that? His constituents, his partners, his people. Well, guess what? We need a group of billionaires in our community. We need a group of billionaires. We literally have 3 billionaires in the African American community total. 3 billion. That's it. One is brand new, and that's Michael Jordan, worth $1 billion. Oprah Winfrey is worth $3 to $3.5 billion. I believe $3 billion. And Robert Smith is worth $2.5 billion. He's number 2. Oprah's number 1. Robert Smith is number 2. Michael Jordan's number 3. That's it. There are more Jewish billionaires in Michigan alone. There are more Jewish billionaires in Bloomfield Hills, a city, than we have in the entire African American community. We need to change that in Jesus' name so that we can get some things done. Are you listening to me? Are we going to talk about this? See, there is a how, because I'm going to get into that. So don't get caught up into the history lesson. Just listen. This is important. We're going to get into the how. I have a step-by-step plan that I want you to listen to. Okay, I need you to hear this. But first, I need you to understand the why. See, I don't want to do the how until we do the why. Why are we doing this? We're not doing this for Lamborghinis. We're not doing this for $20 million homes. We're not doing this to get a jet to fly around the world to see the world. That's what we've been taught. Not doing this to be debt-free. Not doing this to ease up the pain, ease up the pressure. No. We're doing this because God has called us to do this. Build big businesses so that we can keep the schools open. So the kids can have a school to go to. So that we can build some hospitals. So we can stop police brutality, so we can get some politicians to move on our behalf, because things are happening and it's not supposed to be this way. Oh, come on, somebody. This guy, Robert Kraft, $3.5 billion a year, the Kraft Group. I could do a triple S on him. I could talk about this guy. I could talk about his story. Yeah, I could. Robert Kraft, how did he get his money? Okay, let's talk about that right quick. How do you, let's not talk about, the little girls missing in D.C. Oh, this is going on in America. Oh, police brutality. How do you stop it? Other people stopped it. Why did the FBI find Tom Brady's jersey? Why? Because it's not his jersey. It's Robert Kraft's jersey. He owns New England Patriots. And he said, find it. Why are they moving when he talks? Because he's a billionaire. Oh, come on, somebody. Let's talk about another billionaire. Super salesman, entrepreneur, patriot, philanthropist, and presidential candidate, Ross Perot. Remember Ross Perot? See, let me talk about this. Ross Perot, Christian man too. Christian man was born in Texas. Perot started working when he was very young. Let me say this real quick. Listen to me closely. You can do this, people. You can become a multi-millionaire business owner. The devil is a liar. You can do this. Yes, you can. Trust God with all your heart, praise God, and lean not to your own understanding. Just trust God. Is there a need? Is there not a cause? You can do this. See, one of the most destructive forces out there is racism. And racism is all based on ignorance. I said ignorance. And I want you to know something. This Sunday, we're giving out some information that we're going to talk about Walmart. And we're going to talk about how you can get your product or get a product to put in Walmart and why Walmart has set aside $1 billion to do business with minority-owned companies. We're giving this information out for free, showing you how to talk to Walmart buyers, how to talk to Target buyers. They're looking for you. You just have